Hey Patreon, once again, guys, thank you for support. So I'm going to be showing you some gameplays here with this alternate spread playbook, in particular this gun double scheme. I have a couple different gameplays I'm going to be showing you. First opponent, one of the things I'm starting to blend into the scheme is I'm going to be using the pistol doubles. It is part of the scheme to try to attack my opponent when they're in certain fronts, so I can attack them with a run. And then my primary formation, I'm going to put in the flanker spot. I'm going to use the angle smash. And then my one adjustment is going to be the shark halfback wheel. And then typically what I'm coming out of now is going to be the halfback draw. Just I don't see that I actually use the the punch play as much as I would think. What this guy was using on defense was basically just a cover one whole type defense, and you're going to see him actually jumping into that. So I'm basically setting up the rest of my defense, and this is going to be a situation where he actually gets me behind the chains. I had to make a kind of aggressive decision on what I'm going to use against this guy. So I'm just setting up my offense. Basically the out routes, some of the run plays and stuff like that. You can see the press look like so. So basically what I tried to do is just do a nice little inside run. He pulls his guys off the line, and then I just hit him right up with a nice little run, but his edge defender comes in and actually tackles me for a loss. So second and 11 type situation. He's still running the same defense, basically cover 1-0. Then he rotates his defense. I'm thinking he's cover 3. Then he rotates it back, and then he presses his guys down. So I jump into the halfback shark. I'm looking at this guy as my first progression, and I see guys going out there. Then I come back to this read right here. You can see this guy's off his line, and the problem is that basically I try to throw the in, and there's the spot or the robber player that's over the middle of that. So I actually got lucky on that. So 3rd and 11, his guys are pressing, really not letting my guys do what I want. So I go into the halfback draw once again. He's still running the same defense. And what I've seen is that when I use this orbit play, a lot of times what's going to happen is this route will pop open against orbit because it is a play action. So this is what I like to do against like some of this press look that I'm seeing online. And you guys carrying, so it is a orbit look, and his edge defender came in early, forces me to get rid of the ball. I try to go ahead and do a run, and you can see actually he hit me up. So this guy was an edge rusher. In that type of situation, I was actually kind of stuck. So 4th and 11, first series. I was actually doing some research, and I realized that 70% of people that play online do not punt the ball. So you're really, the percentages, the chances of you punting is really bad. You should probably never do that when you're playing offense, especially in first series and stuff like that. Unless you're in scoring position, you can't get any points. So he hasn't switched up his defense at all. Like, he's playing this cover 1 press. So basically what it is I'm going to be looking for Schultz on the out because he's got leverage on his defender. So he shifts his line over. I don't know what he's doing with that. But you can see right here I get a nice throw. Actually get a completion and then just shake against his defenders. This guy was just mashing buttons, and I'm able to go ahead and get the ball in the end zone and score on this guy. So pick up a touchdown. I actually got a turnover on downs. This guy rage quit on me. And defense, so that was the next. So that game really it was not the only game series I played against this. So now I'm going against another guy. He's playing with the Buccaneers, and I'm just setting up my offense once again. One of my flanker spot is one of my base plays. I'd like to use it against man coverages. We got the shark halfback, and then also the shark halfback wheel, then angle, a play. I'm seeing a cover 3 shell here, but the guys are lined up, so it's most likely man. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump into this whip dig concept. You can see right here I'm able to go ahead and get the ball down to the 2nd and 1. So he is just using a cover 1 QB contain type situation. I'm just setting up the rest of the offense here. Basically going into sail, and then I'm going to set up my other play, which essentially is I'm going to scroll down, which is going to be that RPO peak, and then also the deep out or the Y shell across. I'm really just setting it up for that deep out on the right side. And I'm going to come back to the draw as our base play. You can see defenders are slightly in, so I just decided to go ahead and jump in a halfback slam, and then he basically shifts all of his guys off to the right. And right here, his defenders get pulled off. I'm able to go and get the ball in the end zone and plug it right in there for a touchdown. I think in this type of situation, I'd go ahead and I'm experimenting with a 2-point conversion play, but I don't get it. Now here's the real game. This is a game that I'm actually was struggling against this guy's defense. He played a lot of cover 3 type coverage. He pressed, but he also just ran cover 3. Right here is third quarter, and basically what I'm looking for that wheel route underneath, but I take a shot up top. One of the things I've noticed is that in this game, you know, you really can't take those shot plays like they used to, because these guys will just completely release, not like they did before in the past. So it is a little bit frustrating that I can't lob streak people like I used to. So right here, just do an inside run, inside zone, and that was just the way the defense was set up. He actually was playing with the odd defensive front, and I'm just going to inside zone this guy. He actually goes ahead, does the same type of situation. I hit him with the whip type situation right here, and I'm just going to drop it down. I should have took the spot, and I just go ahead and get rid of the ball. Spot route was to me. I didn't see it. He quickly changed up his defense. He went into the cover 1 hole, so that was a really good decision by him. So it's a 4th and 2 situation right here, and basically he's just doing a very heavy set. Once again, he closes up his line against me, pulls this guy down in the box, and right here I try to go and hit the halfback angle, but the halfback just the ball knocked out. So he gets the ball back. I get a turnover on defense myself and get the ball back right here. 3 minutes and 15 seconds down by a score. Go ahead and hit the little dragger underneath. Isn't where I wanted to go with the ball. This is like my next progression with that particular read. So he's just staying with this cover 3 sky. He's not doing anything complicated, but the way he played the defense, he played the middle safety. So he'd clean up the run with the middle safety, but he had really good safety, and he knew his responsibility. So right here, I actually go ahead and hit him with a draw play, pick up a couple yards. It's okay. I'm just trying to tie this game up in this type of situation more than anything else. He's still, once again, very heavy box, going with basically a closed box right there. And I go into this particular play right here and set up as a streak in a deep comeback route, but you can see the pressure comes in. And right there, he's able to go ahead and get me into a 3rd and 8. So that's just a really good situation. He does a wheel buck 3. He gets an easy blitz. I think it's like one of those YouTube blitzes that are out there that work pretty consistently, and you still have coverage out there. So now I go into this bubble play, and my goal is to try to hit that corner route. Guy doesn't carry, so I know it's zone. And right here, the spot is covered up, and I try to hit the corner, but I'm unable to do that. The defender falls back into it. It's a 4th and 8 situation. I've gotten some stops on defense. He goes into cover 2, which is kind of an interesting adjustment. It's smart by him. I choose to go ahead and kick a field goal, and this is a new field goal feature. My timing with the field goal feature is just not there. So I'm probably going to miss a ton of field goals in this game because I just haven't practiced that. It's like I don't want to sit there for hours practicing and get my timing down on it. It just doesn't. It's not a fun thing for me to do. And I've tried to go and switch over to the other version of it, but it seems like when you play regs now, it's like you're forced to play that. So right here, just waiting, and I've got basically 1 minute and 23 seconds left. All I need to do is score a touchdown. Now, what he's basically doing with me, he's playing cover 3. So he's been doing a lot of cover 3 with his defenders over the top. So what my thought process is, I've been trying to hit things on the inside. I'm just going to streak guys up and just look for the outsides. I'm going to go ahead and attack this guy's outsides the entire way. I don't want to throw anything in the middle because it's very congested in there. I'm just going to go ahead and streak. They clear out the zone and look for the deep comeback route on the backside. So guy carries, deep comeback route, because the 1/3 has to do that. So I'm able to go ahead and pick up a good chunk of yards right there, almost 20 yards off that play. So right now, basically 46-yard line. Don't have any timeouts, so I've got to play this smart. So right here, go ahead and jump into this play, which is basically streak, and I've got a corner route. I'm going to clear out the other route with Dell. And I think right here, I go ahead and look once again to the deep comeback route by Collins, and I'm able to go and pick up a first down. So now I'm actually sliding into his territory, and I'm just thinking, okay, this guy's probably going to think that he needs to make some type of adjustment. So cover 3, once again, he's showing me 3 high shell, and I'm going to go into Y shell across. I'm just going to quick snap the ball, throw the outside of the Dell on the right side. I did go ahead and set this up to give myself a deep comeback route on the back side, but really I'm going to this area. I'm not using this play unless I can actually hit this deep out. So what I'm looking at is this guy right here. I'm watching this defender, and if he floats up and he kind of flips his back to the defender, he doesn't play the sideline. See how he flips his back? He's got to play deep third. I'm going to go and throw that ball to the outside. Came back to it and actually got a completion. You can see I'm just moving the ball down the field. So he did go into basically a trap play. So I got away with one right there because that could have potentially been an ugly situation. So now he switches up his defense a little bit. You can see how these guys are a little bit staggered out. So this is what I do is I just decide to go ahead and do a smash concept with the hope that this guy is matched up, giving me this outside route. But really what I'm looking for is this underneath route. This is where I'm looking to go with this. And I've got this nice little clear out on the backside. Let's see if I do a post over the out. No, I do an in. So basically what I want to do is I want to kind of work the inside of the field. So right here, he's got Simpson over the middle of the field. I've got the little smoke. If I would have done just kind of like a smart routed out route, I would have been able to pick up some pretty easy, cheesy yards over the left. But I decided to go with the smoke, and I do the running back route. Pick up first down right there. No huddle. Down basically 44 seconds. And this is where I go ahead and try to go ahead and hit this guy over the middle of the field. So I'm going to go ahead and try to hit this guy over the middle of the field with a streak. I haven't shown it to him the entire game. There's a good possibility he's going to play down in the box. And you can see right here the defender kind of floats down to come down to the running back. And this is where I'm going to try to throw right over the middle of the field. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw that ball. And you can see I'm able to go ahead and complete the ball over in the middle of the field and actually get go-ahead score on this type of situation. So, guys, this is some series that I'm doing with this offensive scheme. I'm probably going to finish up a write-up probably this week just to get it up to you guys so you can take a look at it. Just a really good scheme to work with. So once again, guys, thank you for your support. Until next time.